Suit. Does anyone know that illusion, or did I just totally lose? It is one of my favorite quotes in theater. And it's, like I said, the street, the poor homeless woman is looking at Warhol's suit, Campbell's suit. And all through the play, she can't figure out, is it suit or is it art? And at the end, let me tell you, I figured it out. This up here is suit. In the audience who's willing to surrender to you as a performer. That's the art. And I met, all the people, my daytime colleagues and stuff. You sit there, for God's sakes, I had Sesame Street. I took pictures with Sesame Street. This is the atmosphere I grew up in. And to be nominating people like Peter Rappel, Bo. I mean, I knew these names before I was an actor. When I was in medicine, we were still, these guys were legends. And are still, when I was beginning. So, they're inspirations. And couldn't be a classier bunch of guys. I made sure I had met all of them before. I had not known them all. So, I mean, it's what a, I was at the deep end of the pool, my friends. Deep end of the pool.
Congratulations, Christian. You've been up here before this crowd before.
I have, and I've been just as humorous.
Yes, you have. One thing though.
I've been clever and delightful.
What brought the emotion tonight? This really
Someone texted me right before saying, be present, and don't ever be present on a stage when you're getting a prize. You'll just dissolve in the tears. That's the next beat. Oh, it's a couple of friends said that because they know I was fine. I've been dealing with my hands and surgery and all this stuff, and well medicated, my friends. So I managed to I'm at home in my robe this morning, and I'm like, hey, I'm pretty cool. Doesn't really matter to me. 3, whatever. And as I got in the car, Michelle and I came together and started building it. You cannot resist the excitement. And I should care, and we all should care, because it's so exciting. And these people are such talents. And they knew, several people knew that I was kind of crazed by the time I got here, and I got several texts. But the last one it was from my best friend, was just remember to breathe and be present. And if you do that, it's just killer. It kills you. That's not what you want on stage. Trust me. False, 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 false. Bossy left, bossy left. Presentation.
Christian?
Yes.
Christian, 2 things.
Oh, there you are. Hey, baby.
Hi. 2 things. One, this is great. A great week. Your birthday week.
It was my birthday week too, yeah. My second half century, folks.
Nice way to start the next year. The episode that you were nominated for was such a standout episode. Do you hope they do something like that again? And what was that experience?
It's very rare, as I understand it, on the Young and the Restless. And Nelson, was it you didn't act much, but responded to the actors as you walked in? Yes, I'm telling you, Nelson was giving a breakdown, and somebody emailed me and it was perfect. Because all I really had to do was walk into those sets and react to the actors who were there. It was such an interesting review of the performance, because it's exactly it. My performance was totally their responsibility. Michelle Stafford, we had almost the entire cast in there, and you had the A-team in there. And it was a wonderful life. For anyone unfamiliar, it's my favorite movie, and you can't even begin to compare it to the original. And you just walked in there and said, forget it. I rely on you guys, and I'm telling you, if any of you have seen it, you've seen my coworkers at their best. They gave me their best. They tweaked their characters. All I had to do was enter rooms. Wardrobe, directing, it was all over the best show I had been on, and the electricity on the set, from people getting to tweak their characters, all kind of, ooh, if I didn't know Michael, I'd hate him. I saw Nasty Lauren. I was there on the show for Nasty Lauren. Lauren was on. And Tracy was perfect. Anyway, sorry to go on, but yeah, it was their fault. Thank you.
Did that experience change Michael, in your opinion? His sort of
Yes, and actually what was fascinating is they took what was kind of a dream of his and played the results when Kevin gets involved again with Chipmunk and the craziness. I had a dream in this It's a Wonderful Life that he was in jail. He went crazy again. And that's a very important basis for Michael's character, and it worked beautifully. Yes? I mean, a sweet word if the show's written for me. I would prefer not to think of it as a show being written for me, but that's a coup. I mean, truly, Doug Davidson, I might add, was in every scene with me and speaking 4 times as much as I was of dialogue. And I would be here if it weren't for Doug and everyone else. But They gave me a chance to do something where we were in every scene, and went from the time we hit the morning, and one taker, and that's gold, and those guys gave that to me. So yeah, it is sweeter that it was a show written for Michael's character, but everyone brought their game, and I like I said, they made me look amazing. We all like to win this beyond having to prove that it's an amazing show. We want to step up every year. But I think, Nelson, we all know that this is not a proof that I'm the best of anything. I mean, people have walked up on that stage, may or may not, in your opinion, be the best. I'm here to represent the little thin sliver of a crowd of both of people that put me up there. I mean, the best experience I ever had was when two little young actors were up for youngest, like a 5, 10, 13, or whatever, babies. One's mother told her, "It's yours, baby, it's yours, it's yours." The other mother told the little boy, "You're going up there and the Emmy is for everyone. You represent the show." So when the loss came for the little girl, she dove, as I would, into hysterics. The little boy won, and he had nothing except, "Hi, thank you, it's for," he accepted it for the show. That's what I do. I'm keeping it. In fact, when they took it out of my hands as I got off the stage, I had my nails actually punched into the globe, and they dragged me out. And I was still trying to say hi to Susan Lucci and how much I love her. I never met Susan Lucci in person. So I ran up, I said, "Thank you." I actually worked on the AMC set a couple of weeks ago. She was in makeup. No, all my children. I was waiting to meet Susan Lucci.
So you've now won 3.
And as I kept telling Michelle, because we
You're like a
watched,
highly touted, respected actor.
as we Michelle and I made this joke. I forgot to say that, like a lot of other things. That we watched Sesame Street, and I told Michelle, "Yes, Michelle, 3 is more than 2. 2 is not as much as 3. It's more than 2." And that was going to be the joke. However, I have a really good plan every year I'm here, because there's every hope, and it dissolves in chaos. And I apologize, but I went for coherence. I really did. I tried. We got a letter, for God's sakes. They sent us letters, coherency in 30 seconds or less.
But have you registered with yourself that, oh my God, I'm very respected in this industry, like inside of you?
No, you think you're going to be fired the next day. That is pretty much. I heard Meryl Streep say that, and I went, "Meryl Streep, you think like me?" Gushed. But I was as nervous as the younger actress who I just loved, who quivered there, in her beautiful gown. Yeah. Doesn't leave me.
Christian, you mentioned working with an A-team. Your cast is stellar. You have such a great cast. We all love this. But a lot of the critics here were really upset that your co-star, Rick Frayden, didn't make the pre-nom list. What are your thoughts on the Emmy pre-nomination process, and how would you correct some of the oversights that tend to see some of the greats get snubbed?
Obviously, I don't think there are many oversights. Not at least for 3 years, specifically. I've heard a lot of that, as far as people tweaking it one way, tweaking the next. I will tell you this, and I've been involved in a lot of these meetings. It is not about the rules, and you can just try and preempt and co-opt and protect yourself all down the line. The Emmy success depends on, like any election, an educated, enthused clientele. We walk in and there's half the cast is new on the streets. There is not a mission letter, there is not a lecture, there is not someone telling these kids, or any of us really, you're up there for the glory of daytime generally, because we all go down and the rising tide raises all boats. When you see the Tonys, you want to go out and see a freaking play. And that's what you want from Emmys. That means everybody pulls their A game, you all pull together, but you get every actor excited about, you're not there to vote for your team, the best, because the best will save us all. And the whole thing, and I don't know, maybe that you could cheat. Obviously you did in 3 years. But that's not the concern. Someone will always vote for their friends. Someone will always hate their enemy. You need to have the majority of people, and you need the folks. It's a business thing. This is supposed to get people excited, not us, the viewers. So you pull your A game. You put on a show. You pull the most talented people from all the shows. You put on a great show. Vanessa Williams was killing out there.